You know, as fun as it is to have him around, one advantage to not having Matt in the commentary is that we don't have to worry about him using the same double damn joke at the finale of every commentary.
Oh, that's the final countdown?
Sorry, Matt.
It happens a lot, but it's the final countdown. It happens. So,
oh, goddamn. Well, I guess someone had to do the joke anyway. Welcome to the finale of Cadence of Hyrule, Necrodancer featuring The Legend of Zelda for the Nintendo Switch.
Well, no, he didn't do the joke. He just said what it was.
It's the title. It's the title. Yeah, welcome to Castle Hyrule, because we're going to do a finale that's pretty similar for Link to the Past fans. And I will say, part of me was curious, like, oh gosh, are they going to do like a Link to the Past thing where this game's just starting? But no, for the entire sake of it being randomized, this game is actually fairly short.
Oh yeah, no, this is easily one of the shorter Zeldas out there.
Mm-hmm. Not counting this, what would you say is the shortest Zelda?
Minish Cap is up there.
Link's Awakening could be.
Majora's Mask?
It depends. I guess, yeah, Majora's Mask, depending on how little you care about the side quests.
Yeah, and if you want to get all the masks or not.
Which, to be fair, considering it makes up a good bulk of the game, yeah. Oh yeah, this room I remember being a complete pain in the ass.
This is the room that is going to require a lot of our secondary items to make work. So first, you need a bow and arrow, or your Deku Leaf. The one time I'll use it to push that block down.
You know what? Deep down, I never thought to do that.
Then you have to push the block over. You can also use a bow and arrow to shoot the block down. Then you can use the long shot to our way across. And our big reward is not the Master Sword, the Kalad Bow. It's some Norse mythology.
Basically, this game's Master Sword.
It's some Norse mythology thing, but it is the biggest. It is the most strongest long sword.
Actually, no, this isn't the Master Sword. It's the Bigodon sword.
Actually, I was thinking like, oh, look at that. But for some reason, I was thinking like maybe the name and the rainbowy nature of it, is that supposed to be like a callback to Necrodancer?
Hey, it could be. And here, this dungeon gives us a neat little mechanic of now we can rapidly swap on the fly between Link and Zelda when we step on these switches.
But only Link and Zelda. So if you were expecting to play this part with Cadence, tough shit.
Yeah, it is locked to Link or Zelda at all times.
It looks like it switches the blocks too.
Yep. But only in this hub area. We don't have to worry about it elsewhere. And a purple-haired man came in, took over the castle, and put the king to sleep, saying it was for the greater good.
Wow, you know what? I forgot. Wow, I never actually been in this room before, so,
Really?
No, never.
If you go to the left, I can see Flicker's light when I'm in the entrance. If it's Octobo flinging his fireballs around again, count me out. That's your hint on how to unlock a chest outside. Well, listen to it, Seely.
I hear it.
Had to do that one time. Okay. Looking at the notes. Who would have thunk that a lullaby is going to bring someone back from sleep?
Ironic,
the
I know.
irony!
There we go.
I mean, granted, it wakes the king right up, but it puts Zelda to sleep.
Wake up, Mr. King.
Was I out? Thank goodness you woke me up.
You saved me.
I was having a disturbing dream of Hyrule in ruins. My daughter Zelda, what has happened while I slept?
A lot.
I see. For generations, our family has passed down a special weapon. If you can complete the trial in the vault, take it and put a stop to Octavio.
So wait, is this something you can only do with... Oh, hello, suddenly random transition.
I came back here because I realized, crap, I had to stop because I realized, when I got that bomb bag, that was because I got enough points. I got over 20. You're supposed to you can only get one prize at a time, so it never occurred to me, I should try again and get more than 15 to get the piece of heart, or more than 10, I apologize.
Yay.
There you are.
I think
there
it's
you
more
go.
than
Now you're fully healed. Now then,
there.
back where we... Oh, never mind.
This is also me showing off how I also got the quiver, because I realized I didn't show that as well. Again, you can get... if you get more than 10, you get a piece of heart. If you get 15 or more, you get the...
rupees.
Try again, stupid.
Frickin'!
Ow!
Wow,
Okay,
Logan!
So do you ever get that thing off screen?
Yeah, I got off screen.
Okay.
The guards cannot stop on top of me. Okay, back to where we were actually again.
So is this bit here something you can only do with Zelda?
Nope, you actually have to swap to Link. And I thought for the longest time, I need to kill these things. and you have to like use the projectiles. No, it's actually not at all that bad. Just long shot, get the treasure. Zelda's
Royal
ultimate
Rapier.
weapon. This is Zelda's ultimate weapon. So yeah, you get kind of bummed you didn't get this, but yeah, this is Zelda's most power passed down by the royal family for Hyrule for generations. It grants heroic strength in times of need to those of noble lineage.
It also makes for an excellent toothpick.
Yeah. I see some stairs up there, but I don't know what the heck that is for. Oh, and this also introduces a mechanic of Zelda cannot be harmed by these purple fireballs, and Link cannot be harmed by the green fireballs. So this is going to lead to some interesting moving about and stuff later if I swap between the two.
So when it gets to a point where you have to be a Cadence, can she be harmed by both those types of fireballs?
I imagine so, but I don't think she's ever been put in a situation like that. Anyway, we had to listen to what that guy was talking about Octavo throwing his fireballs, because that's our puzzle to get through this door is Fire Rod.
I mean, that seems very simple enough.
And with that said, let's prepare for the Hyrule Castle dungeon.
Ugh, here we go. But from this point onward, the game really does not hold any punches.
I'll take your word on that.
I need to start as Zelda first.
Dun, dun,
Sorry,
dun.
it's kind of a force of habit sometimes for me to just go to the rhythm. It just feels
Honestly, like, considering there's a swap pad up there anyway, doesn't that a little bit seem redundant?
Well, it's for
A little
the
bit.
sake of, you gotta, well, now that you mention it, yeah, that is kind of a good point.
nice. Ah, well. Yeah, welcome back. Welcome to Hyrule Castle, as it should be.
I don't think this is a Zelda remix, so...
I'm
Yeah,
like trying. I keep thinking I hear it, but
Yeah, I keep thinking of the castle theme from Link to the Past, but I forget how it sounded.
I'm thinking of this one song from Soul Calibur 2, but I can't remember what it was called.
Huh.
It was
That would be interesting.
It was when you fight Talon on your stage.
That would be quite a stretch.
I think it was called To the Wind. Or no, that was the Soul Calibur 4 theme, my bad. I forget what it was. Guiding
I
Wind?
feel like it had the what?
Guiding Wind?
I feel like it had the word wind in it, but I can't remember.
Let me look it up.
Oh, I think I
That'd be
heard a bit of
that-
Zelda in there with the whole do 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 do.
I think it might be just being original mix for all I know.
Oh yeah. Either way, it'd be quite the stretch
okay.
if they were.
Sorry,
Huh?
Did you find it?
No.
Yeah, it's called Guided by Wind.
That's what it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it'd be quite the stretch if this game was like, oh, freaking, like, oh, we decided to reference a Soul Calibur song.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Link was in that one Soul Calibur game, but,
Yeah.
Also, you know what? That must say something about all these shovels. The fact that you can actually dig up, like, it wasn't just earlier where you're just digging up, like, giant mounds of dirt that acted as walls. Here, you were actually ripping open the walls of the castle.
Well, they are pretty
yeah.
weak.
To be fair, yeah, that is true.
Now, what I want to know is who's leaving their shit behind the castle walls.
God.
Nice.
That is the other cool thing about the great source is that you can actually kill people with the swinging animation, so you can kill things to your diagonal. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
it's pretty
get
convenient.
out of here. We're gonna get out of here now.
Up here, we will find another one of these things.
Yeah.
Ah!
Which, again, are a much more bigger joke than they were.
Actually, now that I think about it, those are only a thing in Breath of the Wild, right?
The Talos?
Yeah.
I feel like they might have been in one other Zelda game.
Well, if not that it's only for Breath of the Wild, then I guess I was wrong earlier. Apparently, there is a Breath of the Wild acknowledgement in this game.
I guess so.
And there's the grid shovel for Cadence.
Yep, a shovel. We're going to be getting that a little bit later. Her ultimate shovel weapon.
Honestly, just looking back on it, it is still kind of sad that, like, the game's called Cadence of Hyrule, but we're not even going to get to see her really strut her stuff till the very fucking end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh Jesus, tempo up. But I still think what they do with her is pretty neat.
Yeah, and I mean, once you do unlock her, and the secret fourth character we'll be meeting up with later, I think. You can actually do single player runs with them.
Oh yeah.
Just when you were talking about like how when you were talking about how the tempo changed up, I'm just thinking back to like the theme song takeover with Launchpad and the DuckTales theme. It's like, even worse, here comes the key change DuckTales.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they actually made 2 of them for the DuckTales theme. One is where Launchpad takes over, and the other where Flintheart takes over, where he pretty much plasters his face on everything and like rewrites it to how like he's so much better than Scrooge.
Because of course.
Yeah, and it got to a point where apparently he was like putting so many effects in it. It's like, now we have run out of budget, Glom Tales, and it just cuts to him using like little stick figures.
Oh no. That's adorable.
Yeah.
I do need to catch up.
Me too.
Alright, we heard your singing. What do you got? Just a key and this? Okay.
I don't even think you're really singing. I bet it's just a vocoder, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay,
it
so
is.
where's the tape recorder? We have a tape recorder box.
Honestly, what I
almost
would have
done
said is
here.
like, where's the tape recorder? Stuck in my beard.
What?
Oh boy.
Seriously, I can't get it out even if I tried.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so anyway. So now, our goal is to get through this last little dungeon area, and then we will be able to challenge Octavo and figure out what the heck's been going on here.
Also, wow,
Ow.
like we just it wasn't even that long ago we found the shopkeeper. Oh god, Zelda's was on fire. Oh, she's dead.
Ah!
Yeah, that's what happens if you get deafened and then you can't hear music for a little bit. So be careful.
Yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
Wow, this
But,
like
this
I
is
said,
why.
they
this is
don't
why-
pull punches here.
This is why you want to have a lot of hearts, because then you can just tank through a lot of this stuff.
As you know, that's my style of playing.
Fair. I can tell you that this game does cater to that idea.
Just selectively.
Right. Okay, let's see if I can take out that keys from afar. And the statue at the same time.
or not.
Well, that
the
was kind of
statue.
a waste.
I missed the statue. I think it's like after a while I can't control it very well, and it moves. I don't want this glass rapier. I want the ultimate rapier.
Yeah, this one's just made of glass.
There it is.
This is the toothpick of legend.
Yeah, I was about to say, do the
Stupid
ultimate
of
weapons
legend.
like nix the damage per use thing?
Yeah, the obsidian thing. Yeah, it does. You cannot. That is something to note. You cannot buff or enchant the
ultimate weapons?
Ultimate weapons. Yeah, they are stuck like that.
Well, they are the
Well, I
ultimate
meant-
weapons, so.
Well, what I meant by that is, maybe I should rephrase myself. Are they immune from the whole Breath of the Wild-esque fragility?
Oh yeah, no. They're yours to keep.
Okay.
Yep. Well, technically the other weapons are ours to keep as well. It's the glass weapons that we would lose, but yeah.
Here's hoping Breath of the Wild 2 does away with that shit.
Or at least makes it less obnoxious to deal with.
You want to know something that I actually find kind of funny? Dragon Quest Builders. That game actually had a weapon durability system, if you notice back in our old look at. For the sequel, they nixed it. And honestly, it's like... I've seen some people...
Got it.
Not sure what the hell happened there, but okay. But, like, with Dragon Quest Builders 2, like... It's already been made a little obvious that they're trying to gun for something akin to Breath of the Wild, only this time, well, unlike the first game, they got rid of the weapon durability system in that game, too.
Ah.
So you can pretty much use whatever you get whenever you want without the fear of it breaking.
Okay.
Do you think
There,
that
we
sort
did
of
it.
takes away from any challenge that Breath of the Wild has?
Not really.
I think it would be nice, real quick. I think it would be nice if maybe you could create a consumable item that would repair your weapon,
That would help.
Look at all these.
in case you were liking your weapon and you would have to
Like
strategize. you know, I
maybe
like this
maybe
one.
instead of it completely breaking, it just dulls. It sort of just gets duller after a while, and then you get
And you have to
use
see
these
a
items
blacksmith.
to make them stronger.
Right, or like it gets dull and you have to go see a blacksmith to go get more or something. Anyway, these are all these sprites, all these cardboard cutouts these are sprites from the original Necrodancer game.
Gotcha. And it really goes to show that Octavo is really one for the theatrical setting. Okay, and now
Yes.
comes easily my least favorite boss in the game.
The Golden Lute, Octavo.
I prepared my champions to face Ganon, but things have taken an unexpected turn.
Why did you do it so evilly then? We would have helped.
I'll be taking my
Yeah.
instruments back now.
No!
Wait, how did that happen?
Perhaps I require a new champion. Let's find out if you are the champion of Hyrule.
You could have just asked.
Prepare yourself.
So prepare for some multitasking, because
Hey,
Octavo
Octavo.
is not going to hold back. You have to. So the way these works is you want to move in the direction of the swords that you'll move past him, and he'll summon parts of the bosses to fight him.
Oh, devil damn it.
Yeah,
So-
like it is very easy for October to overwhelm you with all of his attack options.
But see, what's happening there is you wouldn't think to do it, but what I'm doing is when those sharp or flat notes are heading towards me, I'm moving towards the sword so they go right over me. If you try and move sideways, they will still clip you. Oh jeez.
Which honestly is it's just easier to switch to the character that'll be immune to those colors.
This whole thing reminds me. I mean, his character reminds me of Hilda so much.
Yeah, he reminds me of Lati more so.
I get more Vati than Hilda.
I mean, when you think about it,
Vati, yes, but I say Hilda because of his intentions.
that's fair.
I can see that.
But unlike Hilda, Octavo doesn't really get much in terms of a redemption arc, if any.
That's true.
Ow. Oh jeez, this is just gonna get. There we go. This
Yeah.
work. Yeah. Again, if you don't have a lot of hearts, this boss can very much be disorienting with how much it throws at you to multitask.
Right. Just again, this is why it's pretty much the reason why I don't like this boss fight so much.
Yeah.
Ironically, Ganon's easier to face than this guy.
Yeah, this guy summons This guy can summon mini bosses. Ganon has a much better. There, we did it. But
And
hey,
takes the loot with him.
wait, that portal. Wait, that's not his portal.
Oh, you're right. What have you done? You fools! Without my golden loot, how will we defeat Ganon?
What?
We only have one in the final hope.
What is the one in the final hope?
Wait, where
We
are you
have to hurry.
going?
Get back here.
See, this game does fall Link to the Past in one particular way. No, we're not.
Could it lead back to Candace's homeworld? Or
It does not. It
Ladies
does
and
not
gentlemen-
lead to Kansas.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
I said Candace, my bad.
our link to the past,
Yeah, welcome to the
or
Dark World.
the future, rather.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this one plays with the Dark World being the future, and this is our last time. I'm going to change the cadence for this one.
Thank you.
Because not only is this really cool then for her to go through all this dungeon, because she needs some screen time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we haven't seen her do shit since the intro.
Hello, old
So
lady.
let's make sure we have all full potions. Greetings, face chose one to be honest. I was expecting you here sooner. Yep. As you can listen, this whole place is based on the Dark World.
Yeah. It's neat.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nice remix so far.
When are we? We're in future Hyrule. See, this is what Link to the Past, I believe, was supposed to be about. Hence why it's called Link to the Past. Is the Dark World is supposed to be Hyrule's future?
Ganondorf rules Hyrule now.
Oh boy.
You know what? That actually, now that I think about it, I just realized something. This technically is the future, and ways back in our time, we did meet up with that little brat playing the organ. So.
Right. Yep. Nope. Yeah, that little brat
Ah.
that he slowly transformed as the power of the lute drove him mad.
It all makes sense now.
Now a slave to its dark melodies, he is the beast of Hyrule. So yeah, so Ganon, this is after Ganondorf became Ganon. So our fate is to venture through this labyrinth, back down to the castle. Again, we don't actually explore Dark World. It's just a dark form of Castle Hyrule that we go through, and then we beat the game.
Yeah, and in this... Oh! Thank
Yeah,
you.
no fortune told. You don't have to pay for that
Hooray.
fortune.
But
Alrighty,
yeah,
let's go.
so that said, welcome to the final dungeon of the game, and also the hardest one.
This
Well,
is
yeah,
gonna throw
now.
all enemies at you. And it's up to Cadence to do what she can. And also, try and hang on to any keys you get, because in this dungeon, if you get to the locked chests, you can actually get a number of unique weapons.
From the
But,
future!
But yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, you'll see what the weapons are, and Seely will want to pay attention because some of those weapons will be familiar to her as well. As soon as I take out some of these things, kill that guy. Her great shovel's great because her shovel is very adept at hitting things at a wide angle, which is nice. And we get Fragora.
And
Down.
Fragarak.
This is the ultimate version of I think a normal broadsword, a sword of legend. Fragora is said to have an unstoppable edge, capable of cutting through anything in its path.
Yay.
Nice. All right.
Alright,
but
let's
yeah,
make the most out of it.
Yep, and so that's what I'm gonna be. That's what I'm gonna be doing. That's also why I wanted to play Cadence, is because I can use all these weapons now, and this is, I guess, my final little showcase of I'll equip every new weapon I get and show them off all the different weapon styles one more time.
Woohoo!
I'd like a reminder, is there a sequel to Necrodancer?
This is
No.
the sequel to Necrodancer.
Yeah,
Okay.
This is pretty much it.
Well, I knew about this. Like, I could have sworn that they did have like another one planned, and this was just as like a little appetizer.
Oh, hey, Dark Link.
Jeez, the mini
Hey,
boss.
Darkwing.
Don't.
Got it. Okay, we're off.
Man,
There's
look
a
at all these
store
rupees
here.
we have nothing more to do
Well,
with.
there's a store. I want to see if I can talk to the guy in the store.
You already have all the heart pieces.
Oh, a fairy.
A dark fairy.
Oh, yeah, listen to this.
Hello, my love. Aren't you
all?
supposed to
Aren't
heal
you
me
gonna
now?
heal me?
Yeah. What's that? You want to be
Thank you, want
healed?
to be healed.
Yeah.
The great and powerful Ganon has stealing magic powers. I'm not able to heal.
Oh, devil damage.
Shoot.
Nuts. He thought of
Can you help
everything.
us?
But there's a healing potion in the room back there. Just step behind me and check it
Oh.
out.
Okay.
Wait, why
Let's
not?
go get that potion then.
I don't know if I want to after hearing that tone.
Oh, there's a bunch of
the
enemies.
trap!
It's a trap!
Yep, it was a
Skank.
trap. But Frag Rock can cut right through them. Nice. Yeah, let's go back.
Down
Frickin'
with
there's supposed to be
Fraggle
a
Rock.
potion. Ha. There's not a single potion in there.
What the hell?
Huh, a potion. I can't believe you actually fell for that.
How about we just put you? How about
Well, I guess you're too strong to be taken out that easily.
how about we just shove you
Just
in our
wait till
bottle
Ganon
here?
gets a hold of you.
Yeah, evil fairy.
Dang it.
Back
Actually,
you,
now
Hyde.
that I think about it, is that the first time that they ever explored the concept of an evil fairy?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen.
Hello there, it's been quite a while. I almost went out of business waiting for you.
Yeah, it's been years.
Seriously.
I mean,
it's like-
granted, I could have. Oh no, wait, forgot about the time skip.
Yeah. We jumped well into the future. All right, next floor. There's about, I think, 3 or 4 floors of this. And then
Honestly,
we're
I'm
out.
amazed the man's still alive after we're all said and done.
Who said I was the
Powerful.
same man?
He's just a pile of bones, like, and they said my business sense would never die.
I was just thinking, be like, oh no, I'm actually his great grandson.
Also, as you're hearing,
like
like,
him.
also as you're hearing here, I love. Dang. Oh, what's this? What's this chest called? Impa's Naginata.
Naginata. Nice.
What?
That's her weapon she wields in Hyrule Warriors.
Oh.
Yeah,
or
it's
one of
like a
them.
bow staff with a blade at the end of it.
Yep. So we crafted for Impa, the great Hylian warrior. This versatile weapon strikes fear in the hearts of many dark creatures throughout Hyrule.
Shame we never
But-
see
and-
Impa throughout the course of the game.
You do see her. You do see her if you start off with Zelda. She helps you
Oh.
escape as part of her tutorial sequence.
Oh, okay.
Which design did they use for this game?
The one from Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
Nice.
Or along that line, where she's more of a warrior as opposed to an elderly woman.
Yeah.
She's full on
Honestly, like,
Chica.
Honestly, not to diss the older types of not to diss the older, old-fashioned Impas, but I think the warrior ones are probably my favorite.
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors Impa was pretty cool.
Well,
do
I
want
just
to
mean like.
mention- I do want to mention the Oracle game. She wasn't elderly. She was just really overweight.
She was very careful. She was like a Mrs. Potts sort of thing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But I just meant like just when I say warriors, I mean just like the basic, strong, capable, basically like her being Zelda's bodyguard.
Yeah.
Right. And I need to be careful. I'm starting to run low on health after all that tanking. But yeah. Also, as you're hearing right now, I do love this sort of like almost like techno rave feel to give, like the Dark World theme. It's so awesome. So just in general, since we're approaching the finale, I love what this game decided to do to the whole like soundtrack of Zelda, and just reminded myself why I fell in love with this game's soundtrack and all the different like memorable tunes. There we go. Next floor. Oh boy.
One thing I will definitely say about the Dark Hyrule Castle is that it's a long dungeon, like longer than all the others.
Okay,
Yeah, I think you
that
go
actually
through-
did lead to what I was about to ask, because I was wondering, like, how much longer are we gonna be here?
About 3 to 4. It's about the whole dungeon's about 3 to 4 rooms, so I think we're about almost halfway. Again, all I really care about is getting. By this point, you should already have all the pieces of heart. So the only thing I'm really after right now are getting those unique weapons in the chests, and then just getting out of here. So let's see if I can find. There's the chest.
the
What's in
unique
this one?
Let's see.
It is a jeweled dagger.
Huh.
What is
Does
this?
a lot of damage.
Deals 4 damage to the enemy directly. As dangerous as it is beautiful, the dagger surprises anyone who would stand in your way. And you don't need all the weapons; they're just optional. But I just think it's cool to show them all off.
Well, I also was about to ask, like, are any of the unique weapons, like, excuse me?
That's Celia just saying her mom's going on a drive.
Okay.
Back to
She's
you.
leaving for work.
Okay. Well, what I was about to ask is, like, are the unique weapons, like, are any of them exclusive to one particular character, or can all three of them use them?
All three of them can use them. The unique weapons we get are the, like, consider them the ultimate versions of all the other weapons. We got the ultimate rapier, we got the ultimate greatsword, the ultimate. We're gonna get the ultimate shovel later. These are the ultimate versions of all the generic weapons that everyone can use.
Gotcha.
You know, of all the things that the shopkeep could sell, maybe a potion would be nice.
Oh, please.
Wait, did we go down a floor?
Yes, we're going down. Because we're at the top of the castle that we climbed up to, and we have to get out of the castle to find wherever the heck Ganon is.
You know, wouldn't it have been
I
some
love
shit
this
if you
bit.
just popped out a window and then like, okay, all done. So you didn't
I'm
Assuming
gonna
you
die.
survived the fall.
I'm gonna take damage. Oh, I gotta not die. Well, I have a potion. I should still be safe, but
That's true.
yeah, definitely bring a potion or two because there we go. Definitely bring a potion because
You saw what
Yeah.
that said, right?
What?
I think that literally said quaffed potion.
yeah, you can quaff a drink, right? Yes.
I mean, usually I don't. Usually when I hear that word, usually I think it's. Usually I tend to hear it's a pretty offensive word to be using. So it's like,
I don't think it's. I think the word associated isn't offensive, but it is kind of vulgar.
yeah, vulgar is definitely it.
It's when you use it with two E's instead. Anyway, there's our next locked chest. It contains. Just like kill these guys.
The
The
Hylian
Hylian
flail.
Flail.
Wow.
A big brass and shiny metal steel pain and suffering fun children's toy. Brutal and effective, this weapon is used by only the boldest Hylian heroes. Available at your nearest Toys R Us.
Ha.
Now, actually, are they still trying to get that back in life?
That's what I heard. Like that again, like all the sheer like quote unquote meme culture, like oh my gosh, I remember this, and it's pretty much revived the whole brand or something. It's that weird thing where it's like, oh, no one cares, and so then suddenly everybody cares, and suddenly they have money to spare.
It's just, I mean, it's just such a common household name, and then all of a sudden, like, back when it was being told, yeah, it's gonna shut down, it's like, oh shit. And then afterwards, it's like, oh no, oh never mind, we were able to bring it back. Oh,
You know, it's like, you know, before they were gonna bring it back, it was gonna be like one of the many times the Simpsons were actually accurate time tellers.
And unfortunately, I'm kind of bummed out because another one of the chests, I guess it is random. One of the chests you can find in there is actually contains the Kokiri sword,
Oh, wow.
which I was like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, we've made it to the outside of the castle, and we're kind of locked in.
I think I did find the Kokiri sword at least one point in the game. I just can't
What's up
remember
here?
where.
It's
Maybe here?
randomized.
Oh.
Now here will contain Cadence's ultimate weapon. It just contains a block puzzle though.
Yeah, this bit I remember having a bit of a trouble with, but now that I think about it, technically you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
There's a number of ways you do it.
Ellie's
Eli's
Great
Great Shovel.
Oh,
Eli, I believe, is a character from Cadence's world, but yeah, there's a number of ways you do it. I remember one time I did a puzzle where I used the ice rod to freeze the water and push the block all the way across. I used the long shot there.
Well, that's what I get for not thinking outside the box.
Well, no, this whole thing is very open-ended. A lot of things that work, and I really appreciate. I appreciate that about the game. But now, all right, time to focus again. Celia, back on the screen. I'm not typing and stuff. We're at it. We're at the finale for reals.
Okay.
And with that, get your stuff all ready. Oh, and of course, it's the closest thing we're gonna get to the light arrows in this game.
Yep, for realsies, hit the war drum so I can just have some extra power and get the fire rod, because we're actually going to need the fire rod, because just similar to, we're also going to get an extra potion. But yeah, similar to Link to the Past, fire is necessary for defeating Ganon, but not in the way you think. And I'm
Oh,
gonna
by
show
the
this
way,
off.
remember Tingle?
Hey,
Hey,
Tingle.
Tingle.
Munch.
Thanks, Tingle's friend Yes will join you. He's always wanted to be an adventurer.
Wait, where's Hype?
No, I'm still here. I'm just dueling on something.
I know.
So
We'll
now you
talk
get to
about
play
that
as a
later.
Deku Scrub.
Deku Scrub has 1 health, can spit Deku nuts, and hide. And
Wow,
that's it.
Tingle, your friend is useless.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing where this is like the challenge runners would use.
Yeah,
these ones.
he's the hard mode of the game. Oh, and ouch. Out like a light.
Well, you were
The
useless.
top.
Are you okay?
I couldn't defeat him alone.
Who'd have thunk that my conductor stick, baton, doesn't actually do much?
Well, you're useless. Time to go face the gold game pork ourselves.
Oh.
Oh, he gained
Zelda and
weight.
Link. Cadence, we made it this far. Help me finish this for good. And get ready for a cool little twist here because... Oh, here you go, Hype. Fair enough. Yeah, all our Triforce pieces are hit. Yeah, the freaking Wisdom and Courage Triforce pieces. And he's actually going to do it. We defeated that weakling on top of those toy instruments.
I'll be serious.
I know. They could have called him Ganon, just saying.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
But now you will witness the power that brought Hyrule to its knees.
Zelda
Oh
and Link.
shit! Frozen!
Ganon, who looks a lot like... In that shot, he looks like the freaking pig boss from freaking Retsuko.
Oh god, he
Okay.
kind of does, doesn't he?
So check it. We're now controlling all three of them at once.
That's
Wow.
So what has to happen here is one person has to hit him to bring down the shield, and then... But whoever brings down the shield also becomes stunned, so you need to cooperate. One person has to attack him to bring down the shield, then the other person attacks to deal damage to him. Uh-oh.
Not again.
Don't.
Next phase.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing Cadence is here.
Yep, you can either break them out or
Okay.
use the fire rod to instantly thaw them out. Alright, come on. More damage.
Whoop.
Keep track of them all. And this is, and I recently learned, this is a reference to Necrodancer. In Necrodancer, there is a part of the game where you're controlling two people at once, but here we just go all out for three.
Okay.
Alright, easy does it.
What's more impressive than 2? 3.
It seems like the obvious way to advance this. Again, I think you only have to really worry about Cadence's health. I don't know if you actually have to worry about other people's health. So it's,
No, you just have your own to worry about.
so it's
Actually,
not as
or not even
complicated.
that. I think they all share health.
Maybe, but so it's not as complicated. Just go nuts, and I think they did a really cool job this finale.
I'll agree with
And
that.
ultimately, we're realizing, crap, we're not going to be able to do enough damage to this guy once we take out his health all the way. Easy does it. Oh, there he is, and Zelda, Cadence, thank you. Then
You know, for a big guy, he's certainly fast on the draw.
thank you, and
Oh, jeez.
Don't.
now we need the power of the Triforce to do this.
Oh, okay. I see what you gotta do.
We need all of them together. We need
Also,
courage.
as a bit of a background history, this was actually a redo on Logan's part because he didn't want to piss off Sealy.
Wait, why not?
I had Zelda and Link swapped. Courage is on the right side, not the left. Wisdom is on the left. And Cadence wielding power. Game 1.
Yay!
Game
Oh,
over.
wow.
Devil
Is
Bane.
that easy, huh?
Yeah, we wield
Yep.
the Triforce now. For the first time ever, we wield all the Triforce. Usually he's holding on to a third of it.
After defeating Ganon, I expected to rejoice. But not only was I still in a different world, I had also traveled into the future of that world. With no hope of getting home, I was completely lost in both time and space. But then Link and Zelda told me about the Triforce that had started all of this.
Oh,
Zelda thanked me for helping to save Hyrule. Then told me to picture in my heart what I wanted most of all.
and the
Link and
Triforce shall
Zelda
grant
held
it.
their hands to mine, and something familiar happened.
A heart.
Yeah, that's her heart.
When I opened my eyes, I was falling again.
And
I just hope I land in my own world this time.
possible
Eh.
sequel bait.
And you know what? It's
Yeah.
like she does that. I hope I land in my world this time. Hello there.
I mean, they could.
I mean,
So-
they really could.
So yeah, that was Cadence of Hyrule. And yeah, as James said, I recorded that once. I was like, dang it! I had Link. Wisdom, courage is not on the other side, and Sealy would notice that immediately.
Actually, to tell you the truth, I didn't.
Oh, thank God.
Really? Oh, okay then.
I
That
thought
was
you
all
were
for
like-
naught then.
Ah,
Well, then again, he did have to redo all that anyway, just because, well, he did in his initial run. He actually forgot to use Cadence in the final dungeon.
yeah, it was a
Oh.
whole thing. But yeah, in general, yeah, the game is. I think So yeah, I think the game does a really great job with the randomizer, and it has
Adriana, wait a minute. Was that the same person? I didn't recognize her last name, but was that the same vocalist from Ori and the Blind Forest?
no clue, but I'm sure I could look into it.
Hey, Danny.
So generally, I enjoy this. I think this is a wonderful spin-off little game. I think it's a cute little love letter to both Necrodancer and Zelda music as a whole, and I think as far as brace yourselves, as far as they go, I think they did a pretty dang good job of emulating the kind of Nintendo feel for a Zelda game like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I honestly, you could probably convince someone that Nintendo developed this and they would totally believe it.
I honestly wouldn't, but at the same time, though, I do think credit should be given where it's due. Like, this is, like, for being the first big Nintendo indie crossover, it definitely pulls its weight around it in spades, and I do think this is easily one of the better Zelda spin-offs out there. Also helps too that it's actually, compared to most Zelda games, it's actually pretty inexpensive.
Yeah. What did you think, Hype?
It was okay. Like, honestly, I feel like all that I would have said about the game I already have said throughout the course of the commentary.
Okay. As someone experiencing this game kind of blind, with us as we were going through it, what did you think of this as a Zelda game, Sealy?
It was interesting. I mean, with the randomization.
True.
I'm just not sure if I'd have the. I'm just not sure if I'd have the patience to play it myself because I'm not too familiar with the mechanics.
Okay, and again, they do, and I think they expected that, which is why this game got a lot of quality of life adjustments that it's actually beatable. Not saying the other game is unbeatable, but it's definitely much harder with its roguelike approach.
Yeah, I will say, as someone who wasn't a big fan of the first Crypt of the Necrodancer, I think this one just pretty much fixes all the problems I had with it and then some.
Which is great. And again, and even if you're not super big on the rhythm stuff, they have little difficulty sliders and stuff that you can fiddle around with to make the game something that you can approach. Again, once again, there is a option that you can pretty much disable the rhythm functionality entirely and just kind of roam around, and only the enemies move to the beat of the music. But yeah,
like I said, it pretty much just turns it into a straight up real time strategy game at that point.
Yeah. And again, once again, this game, what I just showed off, I doubt, I can't really use this as a walkthrough because, again, this is just one particular seed that I played, one particular run I did. Again, if you play this game, it could be pretty much completely different. You'll get different items in a different order, dungeons will be on different corners of the map, but I like that. I like that there is definitely replayability to it to try and get the highest, get the fastest time possible, or... I would be interested to see what I would be interested to see at least one attempt at a speedrun of this game, what that would look like. But overall, yeah, that's about it. We're just kind of going through the usual bout of extended credits that usually can go for a little bit too long, as they list literally every single department that ever had anything in mind.
Say what you will, it'll never be as bad as what Activision usually pulls out.
Sometimes with these credits, I swear to God, I'm half expecting to see and these are the people who catered our events. Thank you to Jimmy's Taco Stand at... You're like, oh my gosh. But yeah. Oh, and so we're finally... Okay, it's finally, as we're done with these credits. So we had a very soft, kind of a little subtle, possible... thanks for grooving.
Thank you for grooving to this awesome game.
So we had a little, a little soft, a little subtle, sequel bait. Yeah, no, how about some definite sequel bait? It may not be safe.
Hyrule will need another savior another day.
Oh, it'd be so cool.
Win!
I would love... Oh, cool, 3 hour time. I would love if this... You know what, honestly, what I would kind of find funny in a way? Maybe not a spin-off of... Maybe not another sequel to Cadence of Hyrule, but what if this meant maybe... What if this was a plan of Nintendo's where they actually have a plan to partner multiple indie developers with Legend of Zelda?
Yeah.
So you get a bunch of Legend of Zelda spin-offs with other independent games
Hello, Yacht Club Games. Do we got a proposition for you?
Heck, I'd play that. It would be it'd be the first time they went back to side-scrolling in a while.
Seriously.
Hey, Gabe. But yeah, with that said, that was Cadence of Hyrule, the Crypt of the Necrodancer spin-off of Legend of Zelda. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, from day one when this game was presented to us to even now, I was still kind of amazed that they pulled it off, and it's just a fun little, such a fun little thing that I'm so happy to see on the Switch. It's just a nice little bit of innovation there. Yeah, but with that said, we'll get back to traditional, normal Zeldas here on out, unless they come up with some other crazy thing I can't wait to show off. Can we get a super hot parody of Link?
No thanks.
Cluster truck? Okay, never mind. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. We will return with real Zeldas again soon. Normal, the usual Zeldas. I was Lucky Jack 20.
I'm James Mainstream.
Sorry. Highway Princess Lita.
The Legend of Fancy Pants Adventures, please.
Oh, that'd be cool. Bye, everybody.
Till next time.
See ya.